tell you about the time that I thought that my arms measured bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He played a joke on me. I said, do you want to go to the gym? You want to measure? And Jesse, he said, yes. So then at the gym, he sees my arms, they measured 3 inches larger, and he fell for the joke. That's a shotgun blast. It's a stunner. Stay down. Sell it.
Something's happening with wrestling right now.
Yes.
What do you think it is?
The most electrifying man. No, I'll put it to you like this. The final boss.
You've had a match with Bret Hart, taken a stunner from Stone Cold, a choke slam from Kane. We could make a strong case for Will Sasso in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Don't disrespect the Hall. Before we get anywhere near me, we got to do Andy Richter, Kevin Federline, Jeremy Piven, Ken Jeong, and Snooki needs to go in before me.
Raw going to Netflix is going to change everything.
It would be a great crossover.
Who takes the best stunner?
The Rock.
Ooh, yeah. We're talking, yeah. What's to talk about? Yeah, you say, yeah.
The champ is here,
Standing taller than all the other ones.
Like when you just find something clunky to say.
I love that you got a championship belt made for Dudesy.
Well, Dudesy made a championship belt for Dudesy, Chris. And yeah, my pod show has a belt that goes back and forth at the end of every episode based on who did better, but F that,
Is Dudesy the most annoying co-host ever?
Oh, yes. I hate AI. I hate it. I can say safely that I hate it now. Hello. My name's Will, and I hate AI, and I have a pod show that's, in the AI vein.
They're listening right now, AI.
Oh, well, D is probably listening. D, as I call him, because we're friends. And my pal, Chad Kulchin, who's a weirdo and a writer, producer, and a futurist, in my opinion, likes AI and just can't wait to be made a concubine by the evil forces of Skynet. Just cannot wait until we're all obsolete. Everything's so easy. We don't even need human beings anymore. Let's send them through the series of whirling blades, as they say, and just turn them into a protein-rich mulch that we can, spread over the earth and renew it with our stinky, dead human bodies. That's what these people who like AI would prefer. But this...
A beautiful look at the future.
Yeah, right here, the 10 pounds of nickel. If the show's going well, it stays with me.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Is this you?
That's me.
Yep. Okay.
That's my pal, Chow. Yeah.
It looks incredible.
Yeah.
How do I get calves like you?
You gotta be, you need some genetics. My old man had the calves. He had some Popeye calves and forearms. And then you need to be a fat kid who lives in a 2-level home with the kitchen on the top. So then you're always doing the stairs. And then, just ride your bike a lot and play some football. You probably had a similar regimen to me growing up in Canada.
Do not have baby cows on my legs, though. That's what these are. Your calves are they're massive.
Yeah, they're large. They're very big. I don't understand. And people are always like, hey, man, what do you do? I'll be at the gym. People are like, hey, bro, I got to ask, what's going on with the calves? I'm like, it's mostly genetic. I got tits right now. I really got to work out. Do you have any, what do you do? Are you on do you do Atkins? Or, but I have big, and I don't mind telling you, they're vascular and
yes,
they're striations. I have 2 different bodies, although I'm trying. You know what I mean? Sure, you can't tell that I am completely striated here. I do have a burgundy red Macho Man chest. I'm not going to take my shirt off, but please believe that.
We believe you.
Yeah, thank you.
Arnold would be jealous of your calves.
Yeah. His calves look like he has 2 bell peppers inside of his skin. You see the poster of the Mr. Olympia in the gym, you go, how can I do this? How do I have 2 bison hearts in my
calves, 2 ball hearts here. You know, they have to look like red peppers or else I'm not ready. You know, so I say to Lou Ferrigno, I say, hey, Lou, look at the calves are so puny. They don't look like red bell peppers. They look like smooth gourds, you know, maybe a pumpkin, little like this, you know. And I tell Lou's dad, I say, hey, tell Lou, tell him he's not ready. Sorry. Hey, I'm here. I'm with Chris, and I was so looking forward to doing this show.
Me too.
We're both dorks for a lot of the same shit, and man, oh man, I'm gonna be doing a lot of silly voices. But that's what a pod show's all about, especially Dudesy. Coming up next on your internet machine, should you choose to.
I saw that video. It's been going viral on Instagram. It's Jesse Ventura and Arnold. Then they're on the set of Predator, right?
I know the video you're talking about. Yeah,
it's brilliant, right? Because Jesse's like, "Oh yeah, I have larger arms than Arnold," and Arnold's like, "Yeah, that's what he thinks." Yeah, he doesn't.
It's a joke. Yeah, because he says he's like, well, and he leans right into it. You can imagine Arnold like going to the interviewer, who's coming entertainment tonight, Mary Hart. Okay, listen, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna ask Jesse about his arms. And then Jesse, you know, he's so vain. Hey, even his name is The Body. I'm The Body, I don't even have a nickname. And then he's like, yeah, Jesse's like, I was really happy when I went into wardrobe and I saw that Arnold's tape had his arms at 21 inches, and I realized mine are an inch bigger than Mr. Olympia, and that made the body feel pretty good.
That's perfect.
Then he fell for my joke because I said, take off the inches. And I said, do you want to go to the gym? You want to measure? And Jesse, he said, yes. I said, let's bet a bottle of champagne. So then at the gym, he sees my arms, they, you know, measure 3 inches larger, and then he fell for the joke. Yeah. What is this?
Extra energy. I'll have some too.
Yeah, we need
this
to.
Is great.
We need to make. Yeah, we need to get
Cheers.
this more. We need to get more geeked up.
I made a mess here. I'm sorry. Let me put this poster here.
No worries.
That is a fantastic throwback hat that you have on.
Thank you very much. I wanted to wear, it was either this or my Iron Sheik hat.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Can you swear on this show?
Of course.
I have a 10-inch cock! Rest in peace to Cosroe, the Iron Sheik, whom I love, Bubba. We love the Iron Sheik, and we all wanted him to be a healthy, sane man while he was around. But there's nothing more entertaining than "fuck you! I have a 10-inch cock!" Voice breaking with passion.
Something's happening with wrestling right now.
Yes.
Like it's hotter than it's been in a long, long, long time.
For sure.
What do you think it is?
The most electrifying man. No. I'll put it to you like this. The final boss. There's a lot of elements.
I like the beatdown. Sorry to interrupt. Cody and The Rock this past Monday.
Yeah.
And he just kept saying, "Look at you." Or wait, look at you now.
Look at you now, boy.
Look at you now.
Look at you now. And let's walk around this corner over here and let's look at you now. Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. And now look at you. And look at you now. Yeah, I was watching that segment with my wife, and you know, to get her to watch, you know, I'll be like, dude, we got to see what The Rock did.
Yeah.
You know, in SmackDown. Or we got to watch this specifically. She's like, okay, let's watch. And then she's like, why? Then she's like honestly critiquing. Well, that could have been. I go, yeah, you know, they could have gone around 2 corners, but they went around about 5 corners and they beat them up everywhere. But
and
also
they ended up outside. It was raining.
It was
raining.
Made
it very cinematic.
It was worth it. It was very worth it. I'm like, you don't get it, babe. I don't know what it is now. Well, I think there's a lot. I think super wrestling dorks will say, okay, Triple H has a run of creative, right?
Yeah.
And that's a different situation, obviously. And
I don't know, because I look at at the WWE from afar, and I kind of go, this is a television show. They know what the fuck they're doing. They've got an amazing group of characters that they've built, and the storytelling that they do. And I kind of feel like, yeah, right now they are in the zone. And the whole like let them cook, thing. It's like I'm more than I have been in years and years going, I can't wait to see where that goes.
Same.
Instead of, fuck, they kind of dropped off on this, because it's sort of, and again, I'm just speaking as a layman, as a fan, it seems like in years past, it was sort of booked like wrestling is booked. It's like, yeah, this is working, this isn't.
Yeah.
So let's let this fall out by the wayside. But when you have a massive TV audience and the fans all over the world, some people are interested in that storyline that you think no one's interested in, and the more stories that drop off, I think that creates bad will with the audience. Whereas now, I think everything they do is very deliberate.
This episode is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. When you're hurt, you deserve the best on your side, and your injury could be worth millions. Insurance companies often lowball their clients' claims. Morgan & Morgan doesn't settle for lowball offers. They fight to get you the money that you deserve. Here's some examples of some recent verdicts over the last few months. $12 million in Florida. That's 34 times the highest insurance offer. $26 million in Philly. That's 40 times the highest insurance offer. Philadelphia, 40. WrestleMania 40 in Philly. That's got to be a coincidence. $6.8 million in New York. That's 25 times the highest insurance offer. All law firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They win a lot, and it only takes a few minutes to find out if you have a claim. The fee is absolutely free unless you win. So did you know you can start your claim with America's largest injury law firm with just one click? forthepeople.com/CVV, or just click that link down below in the description.
Yeah, and if it's not working, they somehow find a way to make you interested again.
Yeah.
And there was a point where you could go without watching a Raw or a SmackDown and you'd still, you'd be okay. You'd figure it out. Now I feel like every Monday and every Friday, you're like, oh, I need to tune in, because it's like, it's must-see TV for the long time, first time in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. If I don't have time, I'll zip through, and I find myself more than, at other points in my life when I'm zipping through, I kind of want to see what they're doing. Now I'm stopping more and more, because the week before I was like, well, what are they doing? Oh, now I want to know. And they're killing it. They're killing it right now. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Of course, right now we're in the mania and post-mania and all that. It's going to be, it's going to be like, it's whatever. Wrestling fans are like, this is a hot time up until SummerSlam. But it's never not hot right now.
No, and it was so hot after SummerSlam as well.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd ever make your WWE return?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
It's been 20 years?
I did a thing. We did a thing. We did a fucking thing in 2012 to promote the movie The Three Stooges.
That's right.
Where
I was talking about the Austin segment, but yes.
We did that. I mean, that would have been the last time that I was hanging out doing the WWE thing. And, we're the Three Stooges, but, where's Curly? And he comes out as Hulk, which was like, I want to do Hulk. I mean, I was like, pitching this thing. And we're like, and then I come out as Hulk. And they were wonderful. They're like, sounds good. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, hey, what if Kane comes out? Okay, cool. What? This is what it's like to just... And then the mild-mannered and extremely helpful Glenn Jacobs is like, yeah, sure, whatever you want to do. And this is incredible. And he chokeslammed me and shit. And it was...
Does he walk you through... Here's how the chokeslam's going to go. I'm going to do this and throw your arm over.
Dude, no. We went out there in the afternoon. I had this promo that I had, as Hulk Hogan, where it's like Curly comes out and he's like, look at me, I'm dressed, whatever, right? And really good Curly. Hey, did you play Curly in the Three Stooges? Yes, I did. Can we hear something? Hey, I'm Curly. No, that's not the voice. Yeah, but I was... yeah, okay, close enough. And I come, and then Curly does, anyway, sorry, everyone. I do Hulk Hogan. And then I was out there cutting a promo. Well, there's only one movie I want to see. I don't want to go see Hunger Games, dude. I don't want to see Cabin in the Woods, bro. I want to see right? And there's a few wrestlers around that like going like, oh, this is fucking long. And then, Paul Triple H Levesque is out there, of course, and let me go through the whole thing. And then was like, okay, we're going to do about 10% of that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then the idea was to have Kane, and we just stood around in the ring talking about it. And then that was it. And I was like, okay, all right. And then, and then I got to tell you this. So we go backstage. I have Sean Hayes, who plays Larry, and Chris Diamantopoulos, who plays Mo, with me, of course. And we're there, and they're not wrestling fans per se. And I'm like, it's going to be bedlam. We're going to head out to the ring. You're going to hear all sorts of shit coming from the audience. They're going to love to hate you. This is at the point where, excuse me, WWE was, they had a lot of celebrity stuff, and you got to, Hugh Jackman is punching
Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. And as wrestling fans, we're like, fuck off, right? We don't want any of this shit.
And remember when Jeremy Piven called SummerSlam the Summerfest?
No, I don't. And then whoever it was threw Ken Jeong over the top rope. He's like, yeah, this won't hurt, right? It's fake, right? And you see him land like not protecting his body at all, just like, whee, going through the crowd. And then he lands on the foot outside, just goes bang, and you see like concussion, like his face goes blank.
Oh.
All the celebrities on WWE as wrestling fans were like, we don't want any of this. And I now I'm that guy. And not only am I that guy, I'm going, well, let me tell you something, dude. It's like, fuck off. And then we go backstage, and I go, oh, I forgot something I would like to tell Glenn. Should I go over there? No, he'll come here. So Glenn comes back, but now he's Kane, and he's in the mask, and he's in the getup. And I just remember Sean and Chris going, who the fuck is this? Because they were seeing a guy, out there just in a gray sweatshirt going, yeah. I mean, a gigantic hulking human being. But now he's like thinking, I'm like, oh, I forgot. I'll do the Hogan point. And he's like, yeah, and then I'll, do the Kane and then I'll choke Goozle. And then you powder, and then bang, we're going to have a schmoz. And shit, we're just going to have to wait. I mean, fuck, it's going to be a fucking long program. We don't got to we don't have to do cartwheels out the fucking gate. Let's just get them fucking interested. So then Goozle powder schmoz. And he comes in and he's like, yeah, and the guys are like, who? And Kane goes, guys, it's me. Kane. Glenn. Oh. So we go out there and do it right before, to answer your question, right before I go out, Road Dogg goes, hey man, don't forget to kick your feet up. And I was like, huh? What? Come back. And he's like, well, when you take the chokeslam, you got to kick your feet out. I was like, I know. Nobody told you that? No. They don't care. Glenn Jacobs I'm huge. And I was like, you want me to, as a dork, I'm like, you want me to push up on your shoulder because I noticed when you take the big guys, they push up on your shoulder. He goes, no, I'm fine. And I get out there and he just hoists me up in the air like I'm nothing, and bang. And yeah, it was Road Dogg was like, tuck your chin, kick your feet out, or else you're going to break your neck. Good thing. It's like, and now here we go. You'll probably ask me 2 questions to which I will answer around 75 during the course of this podcast, Chris. But it's like when I did we did a thing with Bret Hart. We had a thing on Mad TV years ago, and him and we get into a thing, and it ends up in a match on WCW Nitro back in the day. And we go out there in the afternoon, and Bret was like, gives me a Russian leg sweep. I'm like, that was incredible. That's fun. He's like, go run the ropes. I don't know. You know how to, did we talk about this?
It hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to run the ropes. And you have to develop a fucking lat to run the rope. And I just went, and ran at it. And I swear that WCW elevator cable went, thunk, thunk, like in between my ribs. And I was like, oh, I can't tell them I'm hurt now, right? That's bad. And he's like, Bret's like, oh, you fucking watch this shit growing up. You get it. No, I don't. You're the excellence of execution. You know how you say you're the best there was, but I'm a dude. What? But Bret can have a match with a bag of flour.
He's literally the best. Yeah.
And he did that night. He's like,
you being the bag of flour.
He was like, don't move until I get you and just kind of follow along. It was like playing an interactive video game where you're like, I suck at this game, but the other character, you still look like you're getting the shit kicked out of you in Street Fighter if you suck because you're getting the shit kicked out of you. I couldn't believe it.
We'll get back to the conversation in just a second. This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew, and your first month is free. You just have to pay $5 shipping when you go to BlueChew.com and enter the promo code INSIGHT. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part is it's all done online. So no doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. So if you've ever thought about giving Blue Chew a try, this is your chance. Your first month is free when you go to BlueChew.com and enter the code INSIGHT at checkout. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Enter our new promo code, which is INSIGHT, and you'll get your first month for free. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. Big shout out to Blue Chew for sponsoring this episode.
And to answer the other question that you asked a half hour ago, I don't know if I'd ever go back on the WWE. Sure, if they'd have me. If there's another reason to toss a fan of wrestling who's, on this show or that, I guess it depends on the crossover.
Look, you've had a match with Bret Hart, taken a stunner from Stone Cold, dressed as Stone Cold.
Right.
A choke slam from Kane.
Yeah.
I think we could make a strong case for Will Sasso in the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame.
Is Pete Rose in yet? He's in.
I think he's in. He took the choke slam.
He took the choke slam. I think before we get anywhere near me, we got to do Andy Richter, Kevin Federline, Jeremy.
Federline.
I think Jeremy Piven and Ken Jeong need to get in before
Snooki
me.
going in too?
Snooki needs to go in before me.
Okay.
We're just, look, because we're wrestling fans here. Let's, don't disrespect the hall. We have to really. Who else would be in
Snooki has had a WrestleMania match.
She had a WrestleMania match.
She didn't take a stunner, though.
She didn't take a stunner. Who was she in there with? Trish and
John Morrison?
John Morrison and
Melina.
Melina.
Right? Wow, I can't believe we remembered that. She did a badass handspring back elbow.
That's right.
Could you do a handspring back elbow?
Oh, I'm sure with the proper training and a time machine and all of it. Yeah. Look, if I'm so fortunate to do what I do, in show business. But there have been times where I'm like, did I fuck it up? Like, should I have wrestled a little bit? Nowadays, when you see like, well, there's no rules anymore. I kind of feel like someone can win an Oscar and then host a show on Discovery about cute dogs, and it doesn't matter for your career. Whereas back in the day, it's like, no, you have to be a serious actor and stuff. Now there's people like influencers, like a Logan Paul, who's made for the business, made for it, and comes in and is doing just so incredibly so well. He's doing so well.
Yeah, Triple H keeps saying he has no business being that good. Yeah, and it's true. It's
interesting when you see like someone with the mechanics, like you watch like, I don't know, like I remember as a kid just going like, holy fuck, Bam Bam Bigelow is 350 pounds or whatever and moves like he weighs 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And there are guys that just get all the second and third generation wrestlers, I feel like, have that. You see a guy like, the legendary Randy Orton, obviously, who's just, it's in his blood. Logan Paul has no business being that good. He's right.
There's something about it, like, you can do the moves, but that's only part of the equation. It's the selling, it's the reactions, it's playing to the cameras. And if you look back at his first, second, third match, he has it already.
Dude, I was laughing at a clip I saw online of him after the chamber match in Australia, where he's like outside. He just got eliminated by Randy Orton, so it's Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton are in the chamber still, and they're trying to get Logan out of there. And he's like, I'm in pain, I can't move. But he's like kind of whining. He's doing the chicken shit heel thing. And it's so entertaining. And it wasn't on the broadcast.
Yeah.
It's like just these cameras over here, and it ends up on social media. I can't move, okay? I can't. And then the opportunity presents itself. He gets the knucks on. He hits Randy Orton with the nuts, and he rolls out, and the refs are playing, what the fuck? And he's like, I tricked you. I tricked you. You didn't know. I tricked, like na 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 na. And the ref who's with him is like, no, I knew. No, you didn't. I tricked you. No, I knew. No, you didn't.
So
I tricked
good.
you. It's like, I'm going to be a real dork now. When Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho were doing the We're Best Friends thing in the list, there was a moment I was watching a match, and Chris Jericho is like in the ring, and he's like he's like, dizzy from whatever, the other guy. And Kevin Owens is going, don't fall down. Don't fall down. And you can see Chris Jericho smiling, because no one says that in wrestling, but that's exactly what he's doing. He's about to fall down. He's doing the boom, right? They're wrestling. But a guy who's as good a wrestler as there's ever been, like a guy like Kevin Owens, who's like, don't fall down. That's the shit that a guy like Logan Paul comes in and goes, I don't know what the rules are. So yes, Chris, I'm eager to get back into the WWE. And if Logan Paul, if you're looking for a mouthpiece, why not have a big tubby, tittied manager with pretty solid calves who can take a bump for you every now and then, because you're going to get injured.
Did you just describe Paul Heyman?
My tribal chief. No. I got on the phone. I have one rock phone, and I have one tribal chief phone. Shit. When he's just watching him going. I've long said, fucking give Paul Heyman an Emmy.
He's so good.
He's
why can't they win an Emmy for that?
This is why nobody watches the award shows anymore, because we're not being real. We need to give what's her face? We need to give Gino and Jasmine from 90 Day. They need an Emmy for the performance that they're doing.
Wow.
On the show on 90 Day Fiance.
That is a deep cut.
Yeah, and Paul Heyman needs an Emmy.
Yes.
And Logan Paul needs an Emmy. Yeah, I'll go back anytime.
So good.
We're wrestling dorks, man. We'll do anything for the. I don't care what it is. You just here I am. I'm on a pod. I got my own podcast, right?
You're the champ of the podcast.
Made a belt. Yeah. Well, we're
it's
in
not
the
a belt. Belt holds up your pants.
Right. Yeah, it's not a belt, pal. Oh, can't do that anymore.
Oh.
No, it's a championship, and we are in the FWO era of Dudesy, the free will order of wrestling, because free will exists. Poo-poo AI. And that's how much of a dork I am. My pod show has nothing inherently to do with wrestling, but I will not stop doing wrestling impressions. Dudesy, our AI, often assigns me to watch anime, because my pal Chad, I call him Chow, will say, oh, here's a good anime. I don't want to watch anime, but I'll watch some and I'll be like, this is incredible. And then he'll have to watch. He watched a string of. He watched Flair versus Sting at Clash of the Champions '88.
Man.
And Dudesy made him watch. I think first it was the '92 Rumble when Flair comes out. This is the greatest moment in my life, when he wins the Rumble and the championship. And Dudesy has made my buddy watch a bunch of wrestling. Outside of that, no reason to have a belt, but that's the kind of wrestling dork I am. We need a belt on a show.
When you were on Entourage, this scene pops up all the time. So you're feeding Lloyd, and Jeremy Piven breaks character, turns his head away, and they somehow keep it in the show.
Yeah, I don't know why they kept it in the. I don't know if it was because they needed that angle or because they didn't notice that Jeremy Piven was laughing. But I was there. He was genuinely laughing. It looks like he might be act laughing.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I don't think that was in the script where I was like.
Because Ari Gold wouldn't have reacted like that.
No, Ari Gold doesn't laugh. But
He laughs at you.
I was feeding Rex. Some breaded fish, a sand dab. Try a sand dab, Lloyd.
You bat his hand away.
I think that's what got Jeremy Piven, which was like, he's like, oh, okay, then get that out of here. There you go. And also I was feeding Rex increasingly larger chunks of lobster. I love doing that. Any scene where I'm in control of what someone else eats. Like we were doing a scene on Mad TV way back in the day where I was feeding tofu to Michael McDonald, and it was an amalgam of the Andy Griffith Show and Hannibal Lecter, and I'm feeding, and he's Gomer Pyle, and we had like his brain exposed, so there's like the makeup to look like there's more head, and then we had this little thing with a little plastic, and I'm feeding him chunks of tofu, and he's like, golly, that's good brain. He's eating his own brain. And, boy. And Mike's like, just take it easy. I hate tofu. I was like, okay. So just big spoonfuls of, boy, good. So I could not resist but to take like big knuckles of fucking lobster. And you can't deny, right? We're in the middle of a scene.
Loudermilk, I feel like, came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was on Amazon Prime for a while.
Yeah.
Then I guess it gets picked up. The streaming rights go to Netflix. All of a sudden, boom, everybody knows. Boom, boom, boom,
boom. That's a shotgun blast. It's a stunner. Stay down. Sell it. This may have been what Mr. Steve Austin told me before we went out. Then thing, and then the fucking gimmick, do the beer gimmick, and then bang, stunner. That's a shotgun blast. Boom. Sell it.
That's such a great story.
But yeah, we did Loudermilk. We shot it in.
Went from a Stone Cold impression. Yeah, so we did this show, Loudermilk.
I go back to fucking plugging a TV show. We've had a wonderful time.
Yeah. The cast is great.
No, it's just wonderful.
One of the best showrunners in the business.
Yeah, we shot that, and when did we shoot? 16, 17, or 2016, 18, and 19. Originally, it was for something called the Audience Network on AT&T. What did they buy? They bought Time Warner Cable or something.
Yeah.
And then they took the TV Guide channel. They're like, well, everyone's going to channel 782 for TV Guide. So that's the channel we're going to make our signature, our flagship channel. They made a bunch of shows for that channel. Loudermilk was one of them. And then the network itself folded. AT&T's like, this isn't working out. And then the show, they licensed it to Amazon, but it wasn't, they didn't promote it. It wasn't on any of the menus. So you'd have to enter it in if you knew about the show, which just means, it's there. No one's going to watch it. But then they made this deal with Netflix, I think, does an amazing job of taking shows that they're like, we can turn that. A movie that, they can get for a certain amount, they'll put it on their platform, and if they promote it a bit, it'll end up in the top 10 for a week.
Yeah, if it's on the home screen, I feel like most of us are going to go, oh, what's that thing? It's worth a watch.
That's what we do. So yeah, we're very fortunate that it's found this audience, and we'd love to do it again. It's Pete Farrelly and Bobby Mort created the show, and I know that Pete has been out there talking to, whatever. They've been talking, Netflix and him, and maybe there's a future for it there to do another season. I can say that, the people behind the show, we had such a blast doing it. It really was a love affair, and we had so much fun. Because when you got Pete Farrelly, the network kind of left us alone. They're like, you, whatever you guys want to do. So it was like making an indie film with your friends where it was like,
wow,
let's do this, let's do that. What if, and we're just cracking each other up all day. It was kind of like doing the Stooges with Pete and Bob Farrelly directed, where we're just like, oh, what would they do? Let's do this. Just cracking each other up all day. So yeah, Loudermilk.
So you've got a show on Netflix. Next year, Raw goes to Netflix.
If Loudermilk can come back on Netflix, you just nailed it, Chris. If Loudermilk goes to Netflix, then Raw's on Netflix. Now we have a situation where, with the Bret Hart thing, we did a crossover with Mad TV. With Stone Cold, did a crossover with Mad TV. Both of those superstars appeared on Mad TV, and they sent my big ass to go get tossed around on their respective programs, Nitro and Raw. We are promoting the Three Stooges. I end up on Raw getting chokeslammed by Kane. Now, not as iconic a character, Curly, Hulk Hogan, Ben Burns. That's who I play. That's a guy. That's my name on Loudermilk. What? Oh, Ben Burns is coming out here, folks. Huh? Isn't that fat guy from late night? He's got big calves. And then I come out there, and then who
would it be? Who would you want to work with? Anybody in the current WWE landscape?
I'd like to take a fucking Shining Wizard where I get color from Asuka.
Wow.
Let me get one of those. Who would I mean, the answer is absolutely anyone. But, or I would see, how about Pete Dunne actually breaks a finger of mine? That would be good TV.
Yeah. You'd take a great RKO.
That would be the dream, an RKO. I think, or just any one of the superstars just launching me into the ropes, and that's believable. Send an actor into the ropes, and he doesn't know how to take the ropes, and he just and crumbles, and then you go to commercial. Wrestling fans would like that.
That's how you actually get injured too.
That is how you get injured. Fans are savvy, Hey, yo, don't be a mark for taking the ropes.
That's so good.
We've been doing this thing on the pod.
Give me some more Scott Hall. Bring him back.
Hey, yo, Bret Hart, you stand for honor and dignity and doing the right thing. And Big Kev and I were in the back, and we just want to come out and tell you that we don't care. Hey, yo.
That was a lesser known promo that I won't stop doing. He comes out there with Big Kevin Nash. And now on the show on Dudesy, I keep doing this where I've noticed that Kevin Nash, whenever he's, on his show, his podcast, Click This, he's like, the guy will tee him up and blah, blah, blah. And he'll be like, I never had a problem with Jake the Snake. Kevin Nash's thing is always like, yeah, I never had a problem with the Dudleys. I never had a problem. Like, I never had a problem with Pillman. I never had a problem. He just the most affable. I never had a problem with Kevin Sullivan. I took the book after Kevin. I never had a problem with him. I never had a problem. Yeah, anyway, so I think it would be fun for me to come out there on WWE and just get launched into the ropes, hit it. Let's pipe in a noise like a bottle being uncorked, thunk, like they used to pipe in the crowd noise during the Thunderdome era, and people will buy that as, oh, the fucking cable went in between Fatty's ribs, and thunk, and then I just and cry.
Well, if that's one of the many things we get when Raw goes to Netflix, I think everybody wins.
It would be a great crossover.
Raw going to Netflix is going to change everything.
It's just I was thinking this watching the product, as we say, as fucking huge marks.
He's in the business.
Yeah, have you been watching the product? Shut up. No.
Hey, yo, don't be a mark. Hey, yo, what product? Why don't you, hey.
You know what? I never talk about this, but you know what Scott Hall said to me once? Is that You were at WrestleMania 18.
I was, yeah, Toronto.
So was I. And it was the night before WrestleMania, and I forget the Marriott or wherever everyone was, and people were in the bar. And I went with some friends and some cohorts of people that I know from the thing. And he says to me, may he rest in peace, my God, one of the greatest, and a funny fucking guy. Hey, hey, Sasso, you look like the kind of guy who could do coke and eat. I was just like, geez, this fucking dude is awesome. Oh, fuck. You know, and we all know, bless him, we all know, you know, what Scott Hall went through and some of the issues that he had. So I don't mind telling you, you know, the night before, he might have had a Miller Lite. And I was just like, this guy's got Stone Cold Steve Austin tomorrow, you know. Hey, Sasso, you look like, yeah. I was like, this guy's the fucking greatest. He's the fucking greatest. Wow. And Kevin Nash, a 7-foot best pal going, shh, because, you know, Vince McMahon, what's his face, is over there, you know.
That was the night, the next night. That was when he took arguably the best stunner ever. I mean, next to yours, of course.
Oh, yeah. He jumped about 8 feet in the air.
He jumped out of the Sky Dome.
It was so good. It was like, I remember going like, everyone in the WWE at that point takes the stunner the way they take the stunner. And it's like, here's Scott Hall, one of the best, like, you know, one of the greatest guys to watch in the ring. I don't say worker because I'm not a mark. And he's just incredible. And I was waiting to see, how's he going to take the stunner? Did he have a mouthful of water or something? I want to say he did one of those Triple H, Shawn Michaels, like, that's so pro to like, oh, you got the beer. You spit the fucking whatever. The Scott Hall and that building, 68, 70,000 people. Just that stunner, people went bananas.
Oh, so good. I asked Stone Cold, I said, who takes the best stunner? And he's basically like, it's either Scott Hall or The Rock.
The Rock.
The way The Rock bounces all over the ring.
And he pushes himself backwards. Look, when we did the thing, I probably talked about this last time I was on your program. When we did the thing with The Rock, with Stone Cold, and I take the stunner at the end, we went out there in the afternoon, and he's like, so bang, I hit the thing, and you just crumple, just over to the side, boom, and, you know, and that's it. And I think he was thinking about all the bad stunners that you see people take. They don't have their knees or their feet underneath them or even one knee, and it just looks like shit. And they...
Yeah. The one to Vince it's the worst.
Looks like it breaks his neck.
It's the worst stunner ever.
It's so enjoyable because looks like it hurt so much, and put him in traction.
You'd think he would know how to take a stunner. Like,
well, yeah, isn't he supposed to doesn't he do everything? He takes like he takes the doomsday device from, what was it? When the Road Warriors, or he took you ever hear this story about him with the Heart Foundation?
No.
Or whatever, everyone's jaw-jacking in a bar in 1990 in my mind, and, he's, I could do that. And Jim Neidhart hoists him up, and Bret ran at him and gave him the clothesline. In
a bar?
Yeah, again, at the Marriott bar. Just like with the poor servers going, oh, fuck, the wrestlers are here again. I hate it. I hate it when they're here. The Mean Gene guy's nice, but the rest of them. Yeah, you'd think that he knew how to take it. When I took the stunner, Steve is like, here's what we're going to do. We go out in the afternoon, and we did. Okay, sounds great. The whole time in my mind is like, I don't give a fuck what happens to me. I have to flip backwards. And I'm not, going to be able to do what athletically these guys do, but I need to flip backwards into the ropes. So when I took the stunner, I went back as far as I can. I flipped backwards into the ropes, and I'm all tangled and legs into the ropes. And I'll never forget Stone Cold when he turns around to start stomping on me after giving me the stunner. He was literally like this. Just like a bit of a smile, because he saw me upside down, tangled in the rope. Good, the guy from what is he, Curly or whatever? He can take the stunner, which to me, look, I'm an actor, and we like to act, and but it's like there's nothing more important to me than, I got to take the stunner the right way. I have to, tap out to the sharpshooter immediately, and I got to tuck my chin and shoot my legs out. Nothing more important to me. It's like the last time I was on your show and we're talking about right before I went out there, and Paul Heyman saying, Rick Rude used to say, pretend there's a pencil in your ass and snap it. That's how you pretend you're afraid. And it's like, well, I
want to do this acting exercise with you right now.
Okay.
So I have to pretend there's a pencil.
Paul Heyman said, when Stone Cold's music hits, pretend there's a pencil in your ass. This is what Rick Rude told me to do. There's a pencil in your butt, and like you're afraid. And you try to, there you go. Look at how terrified you look. Yeah. So, for a guy who just walks into the business, who's like a gym rat or something, and he hasn't figured out that other part of the business, you got a guy like Paul Heyman or Rick Rude going, hey, just, you can imagine that happening in like a house show where, the Dangerous Alliance comes out and it's like, we got this fucking jobber. Well, tell him he's got a pencil in his ass. Oh, look great. Then Rude came out. The guy looked fucking terrified, and then we had a pretty good match. So Paul Heyman offers me that up, and as an actor, I'm like, forget everything I do as an actor. I'm here. Yes, sir. I will pretend that there's a pencil in my ass to convey that I am afraid.
Remember when music would hit, like when The Rock was in the ring and someone's music would hit, his reaction would be, a lot of things with a tongue. What was it?
I do remember that. Was that out of anger?
I don't know. That era of The Rock was just hilarious.
It's so good to see him doing his thing again. It's so good.
Incredible.
It's like, again, my poor wife, I'm trying to explain the significance of him in the $500 Versace shirt. I'm like, you don't understand, because when Rock, and then he joined the Nation of Domination, and boo, Rocky sucks, and then that's when the Rock came, and he had these Versace shirts, and he would wear these. It's very funny because so now, and she's like, it's incredible. It's fucking. He's so entertaining. Whatever.
It's on another level too. Like I think a lot of people were like, "Well, this is just Hollywood Rock rebooted." It's like, no. This is the final boss.
This is the final boss. Leave it to him to have the final boss. He's got a new fucking. Only The Rock, who's.
Can you do the eyebrow?
No, it looks like this eye has like a sty in it.
Looks like you have a pencil in your ass.
That's always my motivation for acting now. I haven't been able to let that go. No, yeah, man. It's
the
good
final
right
boss is something else.
Yeah.
Who was your guy growing up?
Hulk. I had to be a Hulk guy. You?
I mean, I really got into it in the Attitude Era. Was The Rock.
Yeah.
Like The Rock. The storyline that got me in was Austin McMahon.
Sure.
That was a massive storyline. That really drove the Attitude Era at the start. But then when I saw The Rock and the charisma that he had in the ring with every promo he cut, I'm like, there's something special there.
Yeah. Well, I got some years on you. So for me, it was like seeing Hulk Hogan for the first time, like sort of being aware of him a little bit, and then going like not really watching. And also back when I was a kid, like I was born in 1975. So in 83, 84, I'm sort of aware of it. There's older kids who are watching it. I knew what Hulk Hogan kind of looked like and shit, but it all came together watching Rocky III when he comes out as Thunder Lips, and then it becomes destination viewing. He's coming out to Eye of the Tiger. He's hanging out with Mr. T. You get to see it he's showing up with Cyndi Lauper and Roddy Piper. They're in like mainstream TV. He's showing up on Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show. And it was like, this guy is larger than life. And I became a Hulkamaniac at that point. So for me, growing up, it was always, Hulk at the beginning. And then you start to appreciate all these other guys. And by the time the Attitude Era came around, I mean, we were spoiled.
Yeah.
The Rock and Stone Cold, Mick Foley, The Undertaker, Triple H, coming out, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, coming out and doing what they do just on TV. We were spoiled. And The Rock was incredible on the mic. Speaking of viral, there's like a clip that was just going across Instagram. And all it is The Rock going, and it makes you realize as a wrestling fan how much we kind of want to be done with the PG era or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't wait for Netflix. But he was just like there, he's got his sunglasses on, he's in the ring, and Triple H is out of the ring, and I don't know what the situation was, but he goes, "Shut up, bitch!" Yeah. That's it, just that, right? "Shut up, bitch!" Because he talks like a real motherfucker would talk, "Shut up, bitch!" So stupid. It's so stupid. Fuck your story. Like,
what was the one recently? It was off is the direction that you can fuck. It's like,
you gotta fucking come up with, there's just different, when you see The Rock talk about like, I just saw him describe where he came up with shut up juice. A nice tall glass of shut up juice. Like, and as young people were,
the setup for that, for people that don't remember, was, why don't you grab yourself a nice tall glass. So good.
Yeah. Of shut up juice. Wow, we went a long way for that. And it's awesome. Yes, shut up juice. And then it shows up on signs. People got t-shirts like.
Signs are back. That's a huge thing.
Yes.
I remember going to a show in 2019, sold out. And I remember looking around and I counted 3 signs.
Wow.
And I went, this is, like, what's going on here? This is awful.
Yeah.
Like, why are there only 3 signs here? The fact that signs are back now,
yeah, man, I
think is actually one of the biggest indications that we're in a new era.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Again, as a fan, I don't know how they run their show, It's like, you hear these things of like, oh, they go around, they take the signs, or oh, they won't let you in with the signs.
I think certain arenas say there's like a limit, right? The sign can only be so big.
Okay, and then make smaller signs.
And then I think WWE reads all the signs because they don't want
right
profanities on the screen, or they don't want you burying their baby faces.
Right.
So I get that there's some limitations.
Yeah.
But that within the the regulations that you have here, you could come up with some creative stuff.
Yeah.
Within these parameters.
Yeah, there's some good signs out there. I think that, I don't know how they're, now it's, this massive merger, obviously, and the formation of TKO. It's like things are obviously, and for so many reasons, run completely differently. As a TV nerd, I'm very, I'm just sort of very curious about the way that they're running things. And because as a wrestling fan, I want it to be successful. I want it to flourish, and because then we get, we enjoy what we're seeing more than we would otherwise. And I do feel like with Triple H running creative, and again, and I'm talking out of my ass because I don't know who's the bottom line and blah blah blah, but obviously they've put him in control.
That's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line because Paul is in charge. His name is Paul now. Let me tell you something, Paul. With the 2-man power trip, me and Paul.
See, doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it's great because you're like, oh, the people who understand what we want as fans and what we need as fans, which can be different than what we want, and doing, this long game of like, the story and all this stuff, and Cody Rhodes and the bloodline. It's like, this is fucking great. It took so over a year for the Mega Powers to break down back when I was a kid.
People don't talk about that.
People don't talk about that.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan, let me say it out loud. Yeah, let me look right into the rotoscope. I ate your guts. And now, better than all the rest, even on Insight, yeah. I'm here with Chris Van Vliet, yeah. Insight, looking in, looking out, looking no pukesters to my left and no pukesters to my right. No, didn't need them then, don't need them now, yeah. All I need, yeah, is a little bit of insight, yeah. Inches, Eugene, yeah. Yeah, doesn't matter, nothing matter. Oh, Mr. Sarcasm, yeah. I'm a big fucking wrestling fan, yeah, wearing a hat and glasses, yeah. Holding the belt, yeah, of my own making, yeah. It's a work, or is it a shoot, yeah. Or did you work yourself into a shoot, yeah. Hulk Hogan, no. Your name isn't Hulk, it's Terry. Just like Triple H's name is Paul, and just like your name is Chris, yeah, and just like my name is Randy, yeah, art imitating life, yeah, life imitating art, yeah, and the best is when he takes off the glasses, yeah, and he looks right down the rotoscope at President Jack Tunney, yeah, but then he forgets that his glasses are off and puts his hand back there, but then he makes it work because he goes like that, yeah, and I don't have a bunch of tape on my fingers.
Yes, I am a 48-year-old man who brought Macho Man.
These from?
I brought glasses to the... I am a serious actor. I want to say that Loudermilk has been one... I love it. It's one show that I love doing. I'm doing Young Sheldon currently. You can watch that on the CBS television network Thursday nights. And, you know, then it's afterwards on the Paramount, the Hulu. And, you know, I like to commit to a bit now and again, so I, yeah, put the glasses up top, yeah, just in case we need them. We might need to pull them down. Yeah, they're not there now, yeah, but they are in my head, yeah, I can't tell the difference.
Is Jesse Ventura still in the Baja?
He's still in the Baja. I live, well, you know, I don't even live in the United States of America for 6 months out of the year. I'm down in the Baja. There's more regulations. There's less laws. The building codes, you can do whatever you want down there with building codes. I can build a home straight up into the sky if I want. My house is actually shaped like me. I have a great crew out there in the Baja that I got from Rosarito, and I pay them in fish tacos. Did you know that the Japanese fishermen were the ones who first started the fish taco? They started in Encinitas, and it's tortilla, and the Japanese fishermen out there would catch their fish and go to monger their wares. And they realized that they had to sell the freshest fish. They would keep the more stinky parts to themselves, which they would then put tempura batter on and fry, which would fry out the stinky. And then I don't know who came up with the creme fraiche and the cabbage. And of course, you have to put a little salsa on a corn tortilla. And there's really nothing better than that. There's a few dishes that I like. I like a ribeye steak, I like a McChicken sandwich, and I like a fish taco from. Hey man, have you been to Best Fish Taco in Encinitas? It's over here in Las Feliz. Real good.
Is it run by Jesse Ventura?
Yeah, it's right. Hey, welcome in. Hey, how's it going? Come on in. Let me tell you about the time that I thought that my arms measured bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He played a joke on me. But the joke was on him. I went on to be the governor because I had a radio show, and they said they were right. You know, Minnesota had a $2 billion tax surplus, and they spent it on their own. I said, that's for the taxpayer. Why don't we get that money back? So I said, why don't I run for governor on my radio show? And I got such a response that I did.
Have you met him?
No, I've never met Jesse.
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible.
I saw him tweet that we had, due to you, we had Karrion Kross show up on Dudesy.
That's right.
On the pod show. Yeah. Dudesy had, because we do this bit on the pod show where Jesse reads ads.
So it's like, fantastic.
It's fun stuff. The hostess ding dong eat-a-thon. Come eat ding dong till dawn. And then whatever, right? Well, let me tell you about a real operation ding dong. Corporal Tommy Ding Dong from the whatever. And then he goes off into a conspiracy thing. So, we had Karrion Kross comes on and reads, and he's like, the hostess ding dong eat-a-thon, and laugh and go, what the fuck is this? And then I saw Jesse Ventura tweeted about it because someone asked him who does a better Jesse.
I asked him that.
Oh, that was your tweet. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he responded.
What
world do we live in?
I know.
Where you and Karrion Kross are doing Jesse Ventura impressions.
Right.
I ask, who does a better Jesse Ventura impression? And Jesse Ventura answers.
Unreal. That's the closest I've ever gotten to Jesse Ventura.
If I do an interview with him, will you show up?
Fuck yeah. I'll sit right over here.
No, I want to be doing the interview, and then you come in out of nowhere.
We're not going to ambush Jesse Ventura. No, it's fine, because he should be watching this right now.
That's right.
Well, I don't watch the internet when I'm in the Baja. I live an hour away from electricity or pavement, but that's all right, because I'm all solar. That's what he says. He's like, I'm an hour away from electricity and an hour away from concrete. In the Baja. Nobody even knows where I am. So if I don't catch it on the interweb, I'm not going to see it because I've got solar. And out there, I'm just kind of watching, I'm watching my television going, who did Robert Kennedy pick instead of me? Huh. Okay, that's interesting. At least it wasn't Aaron Rodgers, that bitch, that punk. I hate his guts.
So good.
I love Jesse Ventura, though. I legitimately love that man. Him and Monsoon that's where I started doing it in elementary school, because like me and my buddies who were watching wrestling, it's like, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Monsoon. I'll give credit where credit is due, Monsoon. Dino Bravo is making short work of Billy Jack Haynes. Two guys who are both involved in murder came to my head immediately. One was murdered and one murdered. Hey, everybody, wrestling. Oh, shit.
Before we go, can you tell me the story behind your credit of fat guy answering phone?
Oh, yeah, sure. I was on, so I've been acting since like 1990 in television and film. And I got that was from a movie called Malice with Molly Ringwald, where I think I got fired after the first day. I showed up to the wrong place, right? There's like whatever the call sheet, and then there's like whatever the AD told me over the phone the day before or whatever. Anyway, I showed up to one place. I should have been somewhere else. So I ended up being an hour late or something like that. And then they got pissed and they fired me, but they needed me for that day. There was supposed to be more to the role, but all I did was go, hello, hey, it's for you, right? With the character, I don't even remember now but there was supposed to be more there. And hey, it's for you. So then they fired me. And all I do is I hand the phone to Molly Ringwald. And then someone in their brilliance decided, oh, that guy that got fired after one day, what does he do? He just answers the phone. And he's fat. So, ergo, I'll call him Fat Guy Answering the Phone. Listen, I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of roles in my life. None more important to me than Fat Guy Answering the Phone. And I look forward to playing Fat Guy Answering the Phone again sometime. And perhaps, with any luck, in the future, I will end up in the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame as fat guy taking a stunner, or fat guy taking a choke slam, or fat guy taking a shining wizard from Asuka. That would be sweet.
I asked you last time when we wrapped up the episode, I said, what are 3 things you're grateful for?
Oh, yeah.
Your answer was fantastic. I'd like to ask the Macho Man Randy Savage, 3 things that he's grateful for.
Yeah, 3 things I'm grateful for, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you something I'm not grateful for. No, that's the pukester. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, no. I don't like you at all, no. I hate your guts. But the 3 things I'm thankful for, yeah, that's my Elizabeth that I got at home, who I forced to watch wrestling. Yeah, I'm blurring the lines,
Yeah.
Am I Will? Am I Randy Snow? Clearly, I'm just a fucking wrestling mark. Wearing out is welcome on a podcast. Yeah, I can't reach my glasses. There you go. I'm thankful for Elizabeth, yeah. And another thing that I'm thankful for, yeah, that's tassels and fringe, yeah. There's nothing that brightens up your wrestling gear, yeah. Quite like tassels and fringe, yeah. You can get multicolored, yeah, but you can also get a bunch of tassels, which also work when you go to the NWO, yeah. Because you got no colors. It's just black and white or red and black if you're with the Wolfpack, yeah, which Kevin Nash never had a problem with. Oh, no, with the Wolfpack, yeah. And the third thing, yeah, that I'm thankful for, yeah, that's the 10 pounds of nickel, yeah, right back where it belongs. On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. No, nothing matters because I am the cream, yeah. 3 things, yeah. 3 numbers, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Those come before the number 4, yeah. And then there's 6, but look out, you forgot 5, yeah. And that's the amount of guys on a Survivor Series team, yeah. But they don't do the Survivor Series like they do anymore, no. It's a PLE. What was that? I don't even know what that word is. No, PLE, listen to me. Paul, Triple H, Levesque, yeah. We want our Survivor Series match. We want who would it be? Maybe the Bloodline with, who would they get nowadays? I don't understand. I don't know. But what we could probably do, yeah. We could put, I'm going to come up with Survivor Series teams. We want Karrion Kross, yeah. And we want the, it doesn't matter. Sorry.
So good.
I'm sorry for what I...
What would it sound like if the Macho Man Randy Savage ordered a coffee?
Oh, yeah. Good one, Chris. Hello, how are you today? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like your glasses too. Nice day. Yeah. This is Coffee Chat. Yeah. You can't just go into a coffee shop and just order a coffee. What kind of a sociopath does that? No. You're in your neighborhood coffee joint. Let me take a coffee. Yeah, what do you got? Pike Place. Yeah, not too much caffeine, but also not enough caffeine. I'll take an Americano, yeah. Let me get an Americano with 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, yeah. I don't want sugar-free, yeah, because I'm trying to lean out. I got Steamboat coming up at WrestleMania 3. Starbucks doesn't even exist outside of Seattle, yeah, at this point. But give me 3 pumps in a venti, yeah, a little less sweet. Usually do 4, yeah, which comes before 5. And what was that? Yeah, I would like a little cream in the coffee. Yeah, that cup of coffee in the big time. Tito Santana with Ricky Steamboat's cream. Yeah, give me 3 creams. Yeah, 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. And 3 creams, yeah. And mix it up real good. But let me tell you why. Because the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah. Wow, freak out. Remember when he didn't know what to say at the end of that? That was the cup of coffee. Oh, this is, or no, it was the cream one. I don't remember.
And the creams are coming out in Mean Gene's like, where are you getting these from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
all the way around. 360. And another 180.
You're the best. You are welcome back at any point in time.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now.
Let me tell you something.
Well, let me tell you something, dude. Let me tell you something, Chris Van Vliet.
We're all marks, dude. We're all a bunch of marks for the business, dude. And it doesn't matter, brother, if you're, excuse me. Well, let me tell you something, dude. Chris, I'll come back anytime, dude, because that mania, dude, it just turns me on so much when I feel the Hulkamaniacs, brother. And, well, hold on, dude. Hold on, Chris. I'll even sit on the couch, dude, like I did on Regis Philbin or Johnny Carson back on the day, dude, with Awful Alfred on Tuesday Night Titans, brother. And I'll just watch what you got going on, dude, because wrestling is back, brother. The product, dude, as wrestling dorks call it, dude. You got a bunch of marks out there, dude, in stinky sweatpants like mine, dude. And they're saying, the product. Don't be a mark for the product and call it the product, dude. We don't know what the product is, brother, because they're changing the product all the time, dude. I am embarrassed. I love wrestling so much that I do have a rule in my home. I don't do wrestling impressions in front of my wife.
So she turns around?
Thank you, yeah. I have to go into the bathroom. Honey, go do that in the bathroom. I'll be in the bathroom. You know who she loves? She's like, there's my boyfriend, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, wow.
Because I'll be watching a promo or something, or I was trying to do that promo where he goes, I was doing it on Dudesy. And he's like, I'm going to make you big, DiBiase. You are going to get down on your knees. This time, you will be the one that's humbled. This time, you will be the one that's humiliated. And this time, you will be the one that grovels for the money. And how appropriate that the money you grovel for is your very own. A victim of your own greed, wallowing in the muck of avarice. Longfellow couldn't have said it better. And she'll say, go in the bathroom and do that.
So good.
Dude, he was
perfect.
When you see him, I was a kid and it's like, oh, let me tell you something, dude. And then you see Jake the Snake going, wallowing in the mud. Just,
Yeah.
So I have to go into the bathroom and do those. Listen, I'm going to take off, Chris. I really feel horrible about what I've done here today.
The best.
No. I brought a fucking belt. I want everyone enjoying the program to know that I'm a wrestle dork just like the rest of y'all. If you're not, sorry, I'm twice as sorry. But even to the wrestle dorks, I'm sorry. I'm going to drive home and I'll probably pull over a few times and go, Will, you're a grown man and a serious actor.
Very serious.
And yet you're on the pod show with your Macho Man glasses. I'm not going to make any more excuses.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, dude.
You're welcome back anytime.
I live nearby. I'd love to sit here and watch.
Like the Mega Powers?
Yeah, the Mega Power. Yeah. Don't you worry about the hit on the head, man. I'm just worried about where we go from here, dude. Is it the stratosphere, brother? Is it the ionosphere with the madness and the mania as one guiding force? We could go ahead and take the whole WWF, brother. The whole WWF, dude. And it turns me on, Mean Gene. Look at that. It keeps getting bigger.